Sergeant, I guess thanks for calling me.
Yep, and just to let you know, you are being audio and video recorded.
Audio, video. Okay. You got a camera in my room?
The audio is not working because it's phone, but...
Yeah. What's going on?
How can I help you? I just see that your calling reference looks like a case on here.
Well, I'd asked, I forget his name, Deputy Miller, I think. He'd called me back earlier. I'd put a call in.
Deputy Mueller called and said that you would like a call from a sergeant. So,
well, yeah. So if he didn't give you background, I've had a case in, and it's been a little nerve-wracking because it's against the prosecuting attorney and some others. And early on, I'd mentioned to the Deputy Barnett, I think it was, that I had concerns about the prosecuting attorney's office being involved, since the prosecuting attorney was named in my complaint. And I turned in my witness statement and some evidence today, and I don't know if they found it, but the last I heard, it was about 11:30 today, and the Deputy Mueller said he couldn't identify that it was in the records. And I mentioned to him, I said, the situation with the prosecuting attorney's office, I got to be insistent that something be done, that their office not be involved in the case. And I'm concerned the evidence has disappeared now.
Okay. So it's my understanding that the claims have been reviewed and that the sheriff's office isn't taking any further action on the matter.
They were reviewed. Do you have the the affidavit, declaration, witness statement?
I don't know anything about the case at all.
Yeah. Well, right now it looks like some key evidence has disappeared after it got transmitted to your office. And it's evidence against the prosecuting attorney and some others. I asked for referral outside your office early on, and I'm going to insist on it again. That's why you're calling me back. I mean, I said, look, individually, I know all of you are just doing your jobs, but at some point, people have got to kind of say, yeah, this is not appropriate.
Right, so you're asking for a referral for the case. Well, like I told you, the claims have been reviewed.
Reviewed by who, though?
The office isn't taking any further action on the matter.
Well, the prosecuting attorney is dismissing his own case, a case against himself.
Well, it sounds like the sheriff's office did part of it too. So, like I said, I don't have any information on it. So
no, I understand you don't. So I'm asking how to get this out of your guys' control, because right now evidence has disappeared from what I've been told. And when you say it's been reviewed, that evidence was submitted today at 11:30.
Okay.
And by the way, I have video confessions by people involved in it that's been submitted as evidence. So I'm going to again say there's something fishy going on here.
So you turned something in today, you said?
I've said it twice. This will be the third time.
Okay.
And twice to you. So the third time, I'm just telling you that about 11:30 today, there was a packet of evidence submitted that, again, Deputy Mueller has indicated there is no record that it is in my case file.
Okay. Well, if it was submitted today, then that would probably be fairly normal to not have something entered and scanned in.
I don't know your process, but I thought 8 hours wasn't normal for things not to show up in a record.
Yeah, so things get turned in, and then once they get processed, then it gets entered in.
So again, I'm going to say, I'd be blunt. I have nothing. I don't know you. I haven't been involved with you, but there's something fishy going on here. Okay. And there needs to be a non-interested party looking at what I've submitted as a criminal complaint.
Okay, I hear what you're saying.
I'm requesting how to make that happen. You can hear it, but I'm requesting, how do I make that happen? What is the step that needs to be taken?
Well, I'll make sure that the packet or whatever you turned in is reviewed, or that they're notified that it is here.
Well, I'd like to be contacted once you have it. I'd like to review it and physically myself to make sure. I'll come down there and say, is this the full packet? Because you can't track it down right now, and I don't know what's happened to it and how many pages have disappeared out of it. So I'm going to request to do that first, but I'm going to again be insistent. What steps do I need to take to get a non-interested party to look at the criminal evidence I've submitted? People
what
who
you can do is you can request like a public disclosure request to see the packet turned in once it gets uploaded into the case file.
Well, I can do a lot of things. Is that the only way I can do it? Can I come down and verify in person that you have the full packet of evidence I submitted?
If I knew exactly where it was and who had it at the time, I don't.
Yeah, I agree with you. Right now it's completely gone. It's been removed from the files in your office, and until you find it, that's what's happened.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Well, I've asked you a couple questions that you haven't heard answers to yet.
The upward process, so it's.
I'm asking for the process to get a non-interested party to review a criminal evidence that implicates the prosecuting attorney of this county in a criminal activity. There are others named, but that's a key part of it that can't be minimized.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, whatever you turned in before has already been reviewed.
I'm not certain you even have the record I turned in before. I don't know what other records have been disappeared out of the file.
And you're also talking to a night shift sergeant that doesn't know anything about your case.
I understand that. You're the one that called me, so I'm again asking for the instructions on how to get a third party who's not interested in this criminal complaint, who's not related to the people involved, to look at it.
Who would be your third party?
You tell me. I'm asking you. You guys have processes in place that I know you know them. Can you tell me what they are? What do I need to do to get it in front of people who aren't going to say, I don't want to prosecute myself? Because that's what appears to be happening right now.
Was your claims against the prosecutor's office or the sheriff's office?
Prosecutor Wyrich was directly named, as well as a Superior Court judge.
Okay. So then if the sheriff's office reviewed it, then that's an independent party from the prosecutor's office.
Really? I've already been told that everything's been going to the prosecuting attorney's office that I've submitted. That was from another one of your deputies.
Well, I'm telling you that.
I think we're diverting from the question. You can say a lot of things. I want to hear how to get somebody who is not implicated or directly involved in what I'm making accusations of to review it in the role of the prosecuting attorney. Because right now, my understanding is the sheriff's office can only provide evidence for a recommendation or request for the prosecuting attorney to bring charges. Who's filling that role right now? The people who I've accused of a crime.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't know anything about the case, so I can't really comment on.
Well, this is easy. This is about your process. I know this is about your process. What process is in place to get this situation out of the scrutiny of being apparently a cover-up within your office? Because that's what it appears like right now when evidence is disappearing.
I think it's a far cry to say that it's disappearing.
You've told me you can't find it. Deputy Mueller said he can't find it. There's no record of it being in your office right now, so it has disappeared until somebody can prove you have it.
Okay. Well, I'll take a look and see what we have for the packet you turned in.
I'm requesting the process because I believe there may be a cover-up occurring within your office of the crimes that have involved the person accused in the prosecuting attorney's office.
Okay.
I'm requesting instruction on the process and how to initiate it from my end.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you there.
Okay, then I'm requesting you initiate it in your office.
All I can tell you is that the claims have been reviewed and the sheriff's office.
Who's reviewed them? Can you tell me the name of who's reviewed them?
I'm sorry?
Can you tell me the names of who you claims reviewed them?
I do not have that information.
Well, how do you know they've been reviewed then?
Because that's what I was told. I was told that they've been reviewed.
Who told you that?
I believe it came from the civil prosecutor's office.
Yeah, prosecuting attorney's office, who's named in the complaint.
Yeah.
Will Honey, Eric Peterson, any of those ring a bell?
That sounds like our civil attorneys.
Yeah, and they're named in the evidence as well. Again, this looks bad against you guys, not you. I don't know you. I'm asking for an actual non-party to this to investigate a crime that's reported, not people investigating themselves. What is the process? Can you initiate it?
Alrighty, sir. Well, I've already told you that claims have been reviewed.
You haven't answered the question.
Time.
There's evidence that apparently has been destroyed.
Or what you turn in, and I'll make sure that
I'm requesting the process be transferred to an outside party because of a conflict of interest in the sheriff's office.
Okay. Well, that's not through me.
That's right. Who do I need to speak with?
Uh,
How do I need to communicate that in a formal manner?
Well, it sounds like you probably asked that before.
I'm asking you right now, and I'm asking you probably the fifth time, and you're evading the response.
Well, I'm not evading a response. I'm telling you, I don't know how you request that.
Then how do you initiate it in your side?
I can tell somebody that's a request.
That is my request. I'd like to have a follow-up on it to make sure it was followed up on. And who is actually going to claim they have authority to make that decision?
Okay. I'll pass along the message.
Yeah. Again, I'm requesting a response.
Okay.
It's not a message. It's all right. I'll use the word. I am demanding that a non-Skagit County Sheriff official be contacted because of apparent destruction of evidence in a criminal complaint involving a Skagit County official that has been mishandled by your office.
I acknowledge your request. I'll note it.
I'm requesting a response. How about this? I'm going to request your supervisor, one of your supervisors, reach out to me if you're not going to respond with the information.
I'll pass along that information.
Again, I'm requesting a response.
Okay, we're going round and round.
I know, and you keep not answering the question. You're playing word games with me.
You're the one playing word games. I'm just trying to understand what you're...
Well, if you don't understand, I'll make sure we can talk about this until you do. You understand that right now it looks like there's police corruption occurring in the sheriff's office with this complaint. Right now, it appears that you're part of it, but I'm not certain.
Okay, Mr. Hart.
Yeah, well, I am. You're not going to find out that this is going to go away. I'm a very persistent person when it comes to things like this.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
I will pass on the information of your request.
Yeah, I request a response from your supervisor.
Okay, I'll pass it along.
What's your supervisor's name?
I have Lieutenant Gills and Lieutenant Willard.
And I request one of them contact me.
Okay, I'll make sure that they're aware.
Okay. What's your full name and ID number?
Sergeant Moses, ID number is Union 15.
Okay. Is there any questions about what I'm requesting? Do you have is there a lack of understanding of what I'm requesting?
I will make a note.
Do you understand what my request is?
I believe so.
Okay.
I
And
understand what I said.
I want to make sure before you hang up that you can't say, I didn't understand what he was asking. I'm asking for your supervisor in this matter be escalated because it appears evidence has been destroyed in a criminal complaint. Is that understood?
And I'm telling you that I'm going to make a note, and I'll pass along the information to a supervisor.
I'm going to request a call back. I'd like to have it by the end of the day tomorrow, please.
Okay, well...
That's my request. I'm noting down my request. I don't want it to be in 2 weeks. I request it be by the end of the day tomorrow. Between the hours of 8 o'clock and 5 o'clock.
I'll pass it along. You have a good